Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we are doing first impressions after about 5 hours of playing around with this PSVR 2. Um, I have 100%. Hey, is that supposed to be like that? Dude, that looks a little bit. I don't know. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that or not, but oh, maybe that is like a vent right there on the top. I was like, wait a minute, is that thing like popped open or something? Maybe that's a vent. Maybe that's a vent. That's so insane. But so I've had this for about 5 hours. I've been playing around with it. I have tried out. So I only have Gran Turismo 7. I have Gran Turismo 7. I have the Call of the Wild or the Call of the Mountain that came with this that I got with it, as well as Resident Evil Village. Now I was just trying Resident Evil Village. That was the last one that I was trying. That game's kind of making me a little sick. So I kind of just, kind of gave that one a break. I don't know what it is about that one, but yeah, that one there was the movement or something. I'm going to have to play around with that some more, but I needed to quit so that I could just put this video out. That one was making me sick. Gran Turismo, I played that for hours today. That's the one I have the most experience in today. I played that one a lot. That's the whole reason I bought a PSVR 2 was for Gran Turismo 7. So that game did not disappoint whatsoever. Call the Mountain. While I mean, like, you could potentially say it's a tech demo, but actually I'm leaning more toward like this is actually kind of cool. So I got up, to the first part where I did some combat. And it's going to take a little bit to get used to. I love the movement system that they have in there. I love that. I love being able to like kind of just hold down a button and flick my wrist and, like move my head. Because then when I flick my wrist, I can move my head at the same time. I love that. That is freaking incredible. But with Resident Evil for something like flicking the joystick to move your head, no, I can't do that. It felt smoother on Call of the Wild, with the camera movement, switching and stuff. Now, I did watch a few reviews before I even bought mine. I watched some reviews from other people who got the PSVR 2. They got it from Sony, and maybe a couple of them bought it or whatnot. A lot of people talking about Mirror being a bad reflect. Out of all three games that I tried today, I did not experience bad mirror at all. It's kind of a thing that'll make it look like fuzzy or make the colors. It's inherent to OLED technology, and it kind of gives like your colors a little bit of a like they just don't even out. Like the pixels won't even out. But everything I played today, Resident Evil, Gran Turismo, as well as Call of the Mountain, every single one of those games looks incredible. I'm not getting that the fuzz feeling. With Resident Evil, it looks good, it looks sharp, but it is by far, the only one that has like some that has like a smeary blur type image quality to it from mostly in like the darker areas, like when there's a lot going on, there's like a blur. So that there might be considered mirror effect, but I don't know. It didn't look like it was bad. It's mostly like maybe that has like the foveated rendering or something, because when I'm looking in the middle, it's kind of blurry, like on the outsides or whatever. But not too bad. I mean, when you're looking at things, it looks really sharp. It looks really clean. I'm very happy with the visual quality of all of these games. They don't look bad. Resident Evil Village is the only one that has like a little bit of, like I said, a little bit of blur to it. Both Gran Turismo 7 and Call of the Mountain. Oh my gosh. My goodness. When I put on Call of the Mountain, because the videos, they just don't do it justice. You're getting what the you're getting when we put up videos for the VR content, is what you're getting what we're recording on our screen. And our screens aren't tone mapping. They're not doing a good job reproducing the actual the HDR content. The field of view looks a little bit different when you're in headset versus what we're recording and showing you on the video. So they're never going to come out exactly 1-to-1 for what we're actually seeing in the headset. So that's a little bit harder to kind of gauge what you're looking at. Now here's the thing, guys. VR is kind of in an interesting position right now. It it's considered like it is fairly niche, and being able to build an actual game for this thing that's going to be entertaining and fun and want you to play it a lot. Beat Saber is still to this day an incredible experience. Love playing that game. But after playing, around with Call of the Mountain for a little while and doing the rock climbing, because I have another rock climbing game on the MetaQuest 2. And just so you know, if you look up there, you can see my PSVR, original PSVR that I bought. You can see my MetaQuest 2 that I bought. I am into VR. The PSVR 2 I am the market that the PSVR 2 is trying to reach. And if you've ever considered getting into VR and you have the PlayStation 5, I can recommend this. Like I have zero problems recommending this. Now your mileage is going to vary no matter what you do. Anything that comes from PlayStation is probably going to be top end. And after seeing Gran Turismo and Call of the Mountain on this thing running, I have zero issues. I know that these experiences are going to get better because these are the first ones out of the gate. They're going to find ways to utilize this technology better. They're going to find ways to make these better. And I'm going to tell you right now, the HDR representation in this headset is incredible. It is bright. It's beautiful. The colors are very well done. Shadowing looks great, especially in like racing games when you're in the cockpit of these cars in Gran Turismo. It looks beautiful. It really does look beautiful. Way better than I thought it was going to turn out. To be completely honest with you, like I was, before I bought the PSVR 2, I was I was a little standoffish about it. I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit standoffish about it because I'm like, foveated rendering, checkerbirds, all of that stuff. Well, I'm here to tell you that, yeah, man, Sony proved me wrong on this one. This one turned out to be way better than the first VR, the first PSVR. And I would say it definitely gives MetaQuest 2 a run for its money. If the biggest thing that MetaQuest 2 has is the fact that you can literally take it anywhere. If you are a social gamer and want to take it and go anywhere, yeah, don't pass up on a MetaQuest 2. It does deliver a fairly solid experience. Now I will do, because I have, well, if I can figure out how to record video from the MetaQuest 2 onto the PC, I'll try to see if I can figure that out. I do have the link cable, so I might be able to just run it to my screen and then use my thing to record the screen. If I can do that, because I have Resident Evil 4 on there, I'll do some Resident Evil 4 and then I'll put it side by side with some Resident Evil Village footage to kind of see if I can kind of show you the difference. But the HDR reproduction in this headset is incredible. It is on point. If you're an HDR fanatic like I am, you're going to love this. Like, you're literally going to love this. I believe that this might actually be the first headset, consumer ready headset that features HDR, and it does have an OLED. So that takes me into my next point with screen door effect. Now, that was a big worry of mine. Because you definitely have that in PSVR 1, but that is a 1080p screen. This is a lot closer to a 4K screen. So it's it's more or less going to give you that it was more or less, it was starting to make me wonder, hey man, am I going to get the screen door effect on this? Is the PS5 going to be able to push it? Well, here's the thing. Now, you can notice it if you look for it when you're looking at like a really bright white, white image is going to show you that. Like, so if you're looking at like lettering and it's white, I did notice it a little bit, but it's very, very small this time. It's very small. It's actually almost hard to catch. If you don't focus, like literally focus on it, you won't see that. And so I was like, wow. And so everything I've played, Gran Turismo, Call of the Mountain, Resident Evil Village, I can't see the screen door effect at all. It looks good. The image quality is it's very good. And not only that, so my experience with the Meta Quest 2 and then and then going over to the PC and using the link cable for the PC with the Meta Quest 2, playing games like Half-Life Alyx and other, VR experiences. When you're on the Meta Quest 2 and you're playing those, like VR just has this geometry for the world and stuff, and everything is pretty much like a straight line. I would say visual wise that this PSVR 2 looks on point with visuals that you would get from, I mean, like the visuals in this, they're always going to be different. And I kind of figured that I kind of figured that there's like a certain way they have to build out visuals for VR. And after seeing, like Call the Mountain and Gran Turismo, I kind of understand that now a little bit more, to where we're not going to be getting like the super high fidelity looking, like smaller fidelity looking type textures and stuff that we get on our 2D screens. What we're getting is is pretty dang good though. Like, you can still see like good textures, stuff like that. Like, don't get me wrong, like you're getting good textures, but it kind of falls more into like the way the geometry and stuff like those type of things look. Call of the Mountain, instantly when I put that on there and I was sitting in there and I'm in the boat and we're going down the river and I'm looking over and I see the Stormbird fly in and I see like the fog effect and I see the way that the world looks around me, and I look down and I see a bush and I'm just looking at all like the fidelity, like just how packed the fidelity is with like strands of grass and leaves and all of this kind of stuff. It looks incredible. Like, this looks incredible. This blew my mind. This literally blew my mind, because I've seen a lot of VR content, and when I'm sitting in there and I'm looking, like I said, the pictures and the videos do not do this justice. You have to see this on your head. You have to get your eyes focused in on it, and you have to get this on your head, and you have to look at things, and you'll understand that, like, yeah, it's gonna look gamey. Like, things are going to look gamey. You're not going to get like that one-to-one representation of like real life or anything. It's going to look gamey, but this looks really good gamey. You know what I mean? Like, this actually blew my mind. I'm not joking. I've played a lot of stuff on VR, and this is the first time that I've actually been like, wow, this is good. This is really good. Now, when it comes to like when I'm talking about like games like, like Horizon, Call of the Mountain, stuff like that. I remember back when Blood and Truth, when I played that, I was like, wow, this actually doesn't look too bad. This actually looks pretty good. Like the fingers look plastic and all of that stuff. That's still the case. Like, the fingers still look plastic, whatever. But it looks better. There's more fidelity in these visuals now, to where they look even better. Like, this does look good. This is definitely a step up over PSVR 1, like a considerable step up. And just so you can see, let me pull out the old baby. Let me get her out of there. What is this hooked on? Oh, that's that cord. But here, just for here is the old headset, and then here is the new headset. Like, this thing is so much smaller, and it looks so much better. Just in side by side, the comfort level is so much better than the old headset. So much better than that old headset. It feels way better. Of course, you've got MetaQuest 2, which is, roughly the same size, or the MetaQuest 2 is definitely a smaller headset, but the PSVR 2 just looks infinitely better in terms of, like, well, it fits your head better. Like, it just kind of sits on there, you tighten it up, and then you just kind of move the thing. I love that about that. You just push a button on the bottom and it'll take you right to like the in-room thing. And the setup for this thing was so freaking easy. It was so easy, not even a problem with that. Now, when we talk about the controllers, because these things right here, at first I didn't really know what to think about these or how to feel about them, but man, they grew on me pretty quick. They grew on me pretty quick. You know, you've got like the triggers and stuff when you're pulling out the bows, and oh, it kind of does feel cool, but these do feel a little bit more in line with the way they felt with the standard DualSense, as opposed to the DualSense Edge. The Edge feels way more premium than these. These definitely do not feel premium in terms of, like, they feel light. Well, that's probably a good thing though for these. They feel light. There's a lot of different ways that you can, like, you know, feel these on your hands. They feel smooth. They feel good. I wish there was some texture, a little bit more texture on the triggers. And then, like, you've got your face buttons and stuff. The joysticks, I can already tell you, they feel pretty cheap and chintzy. You'll probably get stick drift on these pretty quick. That is going to be something that you're going to have to definitely worry about when playing around with that, is stick drift. So that really sucks. I hope they do it. Honestly, if they make a like a Edge set for these, I'm definitely buying those as soon as possible. As soon as possible. That's probably my only complaint with those, that's probably my only complaint right now with the PSVR 2 is those. Like, everything else, like setting it up for your eyes and everything, and like looking in there, all very, very nice. I'm not having any problem with like mirror or anything like that. No screen door effect. The only game that looked a little bit kind of blurry in certain instances was the Resident Evil Village. Everything else looks great. So yeah, man, my first impressions on this thing are really good. Really good. I'm blown away. I'm probably going to be playing a bunch more Gran Turismo today. I just wanted to check the other games, so I'm going to be jumping back into some GT7, and I'll be making some more videos on that. Everything else is fine. I will definitely be trying to get through Call of the Mountain tomorrow. I'll be playing around with that a lot more. I'm going to stand up and, you know, do some other stuff, let the kids play around with it. But yeah, this is my first impressions, man. I'm very happy with this. I'm very happy with this, and I'm grateful that I bought it, because yeah, man, I'm going to get a lot of joy out of this. This is cool. I'm grateful I bought this. So if you guys like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. If this video does really, really well, I will go live tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but I want to spend some more time with this. I want to get some stuff going on it. I want to figure some things out so that I can actually answer questions. But if this video gets a pretty good amount of views, then I will go live tomorrow. And if you got questions or whatever, I will definitely answer those. And yeah, maybe I'll go live tonight too. So we'll see you guys in a little while, man. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video informative. I hope this is good. If you're sitting on the fence on the PSVR 2, price wise, yeah, it's fine with me. I don't have a problem with that. $550. Yeah, I'm okay with that now. I'm okay with that, just because of the fact that, like, I know I'm going to use this thing and I'm going to get a lot of play out of it. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the price out of that. But maybe it does feel a little bit. No, I don't know, man. No, after what I saw with Gran Turismo 7 and what I saw with Call of the Mountain, those are their like launch titles. I don't have a problem with $550 for this. I really don't. This does feel like a next-gen piece of hardware. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.